and down. Lift up your chest. And we're going to start with a little breathing warm-up. Close your eyes or lower your gaze. I've got some soft music playing on my television in the background. We're going to breathe in and breathe out. And notice I'm breathing in and out through my nose. That's how you warm up. And I tell you guys, this should be really good because I've gone through the whole thing thinking I already recorded it. So for me, it's going to be about an hour of yoga today, chair yoga. Inhale deep. Hold at the top. And exhale. Chair yoga is great for people who have issues maybe with their knees. You can't get down on the ground like you can in a mat-based yoga class. In addition to the chair exercises and stretches we're going to do, we'll also do standing yoga too. The only thing I'm not going to do is be down on the mat. All right, let's lift up our arms. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. And again, inhale up. Exhale down. Now take your right hand, place it on the outside of your left leg, and turn to offer your heart to the wall. So I'm twisted around. This is a cervical twist. I can feel it in my back. It feels really good. We're going to turn center. Inhale our arms up again. Float them down. And again on the other side, cervical twist on this side. So just take the hand, lay it on me, put it on the outside of your leg, and your heart is offered to the side wall. And turn center. Very good. Let's warm our shoulder area up by taking your left shoulder, bringing it up by the ear, back and down, and then the other one. So we're just going to work rotator cuff, get that warmed up. My normal chair yoga classes are about 55 minutes long. This is only going to be about 30-35 minutes total. Get bigger and bigger till you go to a backstroke. That's why it's nice not to have arms on this chair. That way I can move my arms and not have them in the way. Hands heart center. Clasp your fingers together. Press forward. Lift up. Inhale. Exhale. One thing I do in my classes a lot, just because it feels good. Clasp. Press. Notice the stretch on the inside of the arms. Inhale up. Yawn. It out. Good. Do it again. Clasp. It's very satisfying. It's okay to be loud. Good. Nobody's here to answer my questions. Did we go forward? I can't remember if we did a front stroke or not and got bigger and bigger. We did the back stroke, but not the front. That's what I miss about not having you here. You can't tell me what we did. I can't remember things. That's why it's important to have a class. Let's go right here with our arms. Call them cactus arms. We're going to move our arms forward. Touch your inner part of your arms together. Pull them away from the body a little bit. You don't want them here. You want them out there. And as I do that, I notice my shoulder blades are separated. So I'm going to open them up. And the shoulder blades come back together. That is a nice stretch through your chest and your upper back. Forward and back. So just one way you're going to inhale. And when you open it, we're going to exhale. I feel good and warm. Remember, I've done 30 minutes of yoga before this, so my body's warm, and I can exhale through my mouth now. Because whenever you use the mouth to exhale, it's cooling your body off. So if you're sufficiently warmed up, that'll work. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. All right, slide those hands on top of the legs. We're going to do cat and cow poses in our chair. Pull your belly back, tuck your chest, tuck your tail, and exhale. This is cat pose. Now I'm going to drop my belly, pop my tail and my chest out, and inhale. That's cow pose. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. So we're noticing how our body's stretching. When I'm here in the cow pose, I can feel the front of my body. I can feel my tail, my hamstring stretch. Exhale, cat pose, cat. I'm going to feel it down my back. Drop the belly, pop up the chin, inhale, cow, exhale. 2 more times. Inhale, cow, exhale, cat. And inhale, cow, exhale, cat. Very good, good. We're getting warm. So we've warmed up our shoulders, we've twisted around, cervical twist. Let's go to our lower body and pick up your, I don't have to turn it because I'm not looking, your left leg. Got my left leg up right now. We're going to rotate. Did you hear that pop? Yeah, that's my foot, my ankle. And then we go the other way. Can you see it? Yeah. Do the same thing on the other side. Pick up that leg and rotate the foot one way and then rotate the foot the other way. Good, good, good. I hear pops. That feels good, though. Good. Everything in my class should feel good. It should help you relax, feel kind of loose, let go of stress. So whether you're a senior citizen that does this all the time, maybe because you're limited in what you can do and this is the right workout for you, or you're somebody, a teen or 20-something, there are benefits to this exercise, chair yoga, for every single body, and especially right now when we're dealing with a lot of stress that we're not used to. Let's inhale the arms up again. Okay. We're going to place our hands together, arch our back. This is crescent from the seated position. We are offering our heart to the sky. We're gazing upward. It's a tiny little back bend. So I don't know if you can see me or not. I'm just back just a little bit, not straight up, back a little bit. And the arms are going to separate away from each other again and slice down. Good. Shoulder shrug up, down, forward, back. Up, down, forward, back. See, it's simple stretches. It's not difficult, but your body, it makes it feel so much better. Down, forward, back, one up. And I'm going to do an airplane. So we're just going to hinge forward, put your chest right over your legs. If you're in a seated position, I'm going to pull this back a bit so maybe you can see a little bit better. I'm going to fly my arms out, not up high. In my classes, sometimes I see people way up high, and that can really hurt you. But you don't want them to drop down here either. Just fly them out. That is a seated airplane pose. Keep your neck neutral. And come on up. Good. If you want, you can step your legs wide, kind of come to the front of your chair, inhale up again, and again, wide-legged airplane. So that you can feel it more in your legs, your glutes, flat back, hopefully. Hopefully you're not down too low or up too high. Nice flat back. And pressing your feet down, come on up again. I'm going to step in, step in. I'm keeping track of the time. It looks like I've got about 20 minutes or more left. So we will do some things from a standing position. But the things I show you from the standing position, with the exception of our balance moves and our tree pose, You can do everything that I'm doing standing from a seated position too. So let's go ahead and try that. Inhale up. You can stand up now if you want. We're going to do a forward fold. Swan dive all the way down. And just reach your hands to the ground. Touch it if you can. Hang out here. Feels good. Great stretch in the back of your body. Shake your head no. Nod your head yes. And slowly roll up. Feels good. Great. So if you're doing that from a standing position, we stand up and we swan dive down from here. Feeling that in our glutes. So you can see, try to step back again. So reach for the ground. Now my hips, they're tight. It's hard for me to get to the ground. Sometimes what I'll have folks do is bend their knees to bend down, squat down, like you're going to play leapfrog, and then straighten the legs. And looky here. Now my fingers are on the ground. Normally my hips are so tight when I first start doing this, I can't touch the ground. But when I do that simple little squat and straighten, now I can touch the ground. I'm going to roll up, shoulders up, back and down, and let's do balance work. You should always work balance work. It's something we start to lose as we get older. And we want to strengthen our body. Let's go ahead and bring the foot up. You're going to put the foot on the lower part of the leg, or you can keep your toe on the ground. Just put your heel against the inner part of your leg. Or you can go up higher, or you can go up really high. You can assist it, or leave it. Don't. Just hold it there. They're all tree poses. I feel most comfortable just having it up off the ground and against the lower part of my leg. Notice I'm not pushing against the knee joint. We don't want to do that. That can hurt us. So we're never going to shove against joints. And how do you want to hold your hands? This is heart center. Or here. Or reaching up. Or challenging yourself by floating them in the wind. All tree pose. So hopefully you have been doing this as long as I have. If you lose balance, it's no big deal. That's why we have the chair. So if the chair is next to you or you're in front, if you lose balance, you can fall into the chair or you can hold on to the chair. I think that feels good. We're going to come on up. Inhale, exhale down. Tree pose other side. Whatever you want to do with the hands. And again, choose where you want to be. Either below the knee, above the knee, toe on the ground. All acceptable tree poses. It'll help you maintain balance if you squeeze your glutes, if you hold your stomach in tight. Those things will help with balance. But by balancing on one leg, we're also building strength in the legs. And that is important. We want to be strong in the event we do fall. We're less likely to break something. Notice I said less likely. It can still happen. Okay, down with my foot. Mountain pose. Inhale up. Forward fold again. And remember, you can do this in the chair. Now that we're done with the tree poses, you can sit back down and do this from a chair. Let's lift up our left arm, offer our heart to the side. Watch the knees. One knee always wants to push forward. So just shift that hip so the knees are beside each other. One is not pushing out in front of the other. Exhale that down. Bring the other arm up. Same thing here. If you've got your right arm up and your left knee is trying to push forward, shift your hip back so the knees are next to each other. And float the arm down. And inhale up. Good. That gets you warm. Exhale, let's float our arms behind our back. It's a little hard in the chair with the back on it, but if you're standing, it's a little easier. You're going to pull those arms away from your body as far as your body will allow. Some people can't get them up very hard. That's okay. That's your own body. It's what it's capable of doing right now. If you can bring it back up a little bit, go ahead. This is called chest expansion. You can see why. We're going to hinge halfway over and bring our arms up above our back, just as high as our body allows. A lot of the same benefits of the forward fold. And we're going to slowly unhinge. Very good. Let them loose. I do have a mat on the ground where I'm at. You don't necessarily need a mat. But if you have a mat, take your legs wide. Reach your arms up. Do moonflowers. You can do these in the chair. We're going to bend our knees, bend our elbows. Inhale up. Notice I'm not bending over. It's just the hip flexors and the knees that are bending. Turn that into a sunflower. So just like before, I'm exhaling when I go low and inhaling up high. Let's do some more balance work. Bring your feet in, step, step. Chair pose. So be right in front of your chair if you need to be right in front of your chair. So that way if you lose balance in that, you can sit down. So chair pose, I've got my knees bent. I'm a little bit bent over from the hip flexors. Just hinge slightly. And you slide your hands between the wall and the ceiling. So those legs are getting a workout. I have rolled up onto the balls of my feet, and that's really working my quadricep muscles. If you keep your feet firmly planted, you're going to feel it more in the calf muscles. If you've been in my class, you've heard me say this practically every single class. Inhale up. Swan dive, forward fold. Reach for the earth. Let's do monkey. Monkey pose is where you bring your hands, you put them on the front of your legs, halfway between the ankle and the knees, right on the shins. I have a flat back now. It's a great glute stretch, hamstring stretch. We're inhaling here. We exhale, forward fold, all the way to the ground again. And we inhale up. Slowly, because if you go up too fast, you could get dizzy. I'm going to straddle my mat, or if you have your mat lengthways, that's great. I'm going to bend my knees to be in a plie, sun pose, arms, and I want to stretch out my back. I find this is a great way to do it. Taking your left arm, rotate it partway in, lean so that that arm is on top of the leg or inside the leg, and reach over your head. And as I reach, I felt my back, it popped a little, like stretching out pops. Lengthening stretch. If you hold tension in your back, oh my goodness, this feels really good. I must have been holding a lot of tension because my back is making all kinds of noises right now. Pop, pop, pop. Ah, that felt good. Inhale, and my legs are tired. I'm going to come up. Inhale, sun pose again. Exhale, and take your right arm halfway in. Lay it over that leg or inside the leg, either way, and reach overhead with your arm. I'm not noticing my back, the vertebrae separating quite as much on this side. It feels good. But the other part of my back must have been where I was having some tension and tightness. And I'm going to come up. And inhale up and center myself. Arms float down. Looking at my watch, I'm going to go for about another 10 minutes since I talked for a while at the beginning. Let's take our right foot, step up forward. My toes are pointing towards you guys. I'll step back. I know it's hard to see. Now, keep in mind in the chair, you can do this in the chair. From the chair, it's going to look like this. Okay? That. Right? So, you can do warriors. That's what I'm about to do. Warriors, triangles, reverse warriors. You can do them all in the chair. So that is up to you. So, front knee in a warrior is bent. I can look down, I see my toe. Those of you that know what a warrior 2 is, you're probably there already. Stretch out the arms. This is warrior 2. My toes are pointed the same direction as my front arm is. In the back, my leg that's stretched out in the back, that foot is at a 90-degree angle to my front foot. Take your back arm, bring it up by your ear, forward, and slide it back like a bow and arrow. Up, back, don't forget to breathe. One more. Let's do a triangle. So you're going to straighten the front leg. You're going to reach forward like you're trying to reach. I always think at the top of my kitchen counter, I'm reaching for something. And then we drop that front arm, and we lift up the other arm to the sky. We gaze at it, gaze at the arm that's up, triangle pose. Now my bottom arm, if you can't see it, or bottom hand, I've just got it holding on to the lower part of my leg. You can also go deeper into it, put the fingertips on the ground or inside the leg. It might be hurting your hip flexor a little bit. Again, no pain, no gain. Don't listen to that. You don't want to feel pain in yoga, I don't think. Now reverse, taking that front arm, turn it so the palm is facing upward, and just reach up while the other arm drops back. Feels good. If you want, do this simple series of warriors multiple times through. I'm going to do it one more time. Warrior 2, gaze over your front fingertips. Again, my knee is bent. I can only see my big toe. If I can see my whole foot, I'm probably not really bent forward enough for it to be considered a warrior. But by the same token, you don't want to push your knee out so far in front of your foot that you're going to hurt yourself. So again, here we go. Let's do 3, 2, and 1. Good. Turn it into a triangle, straighten the front leg, reach forward, and drop the front arm down while the back arm comes up to heaven. Look up. Feel a nice stretch in my front inner thigh. And back. Very good. I don't know if we've done it 2 times through. Oh, I don't know if we have or not. Remember, I did this 30 minutes before I even got on here. Let's do it one more time through. Here we are. Do your triangle, straighten the front leg, reach, drop the front arm down, back arm up. Back to warrior 2, bend that front knee, and reverse. And going back to warrior 2 again. Now your legs might be a little bit tired. That's okay, float the arms down. Straighten the front leg. Take your foot, pivot it from the side wall to the front. And we're going to go to the other direction. So now my left foot is going to become my lead foot. I'm going to pivot so that my toes are facing that direction. I'm going to go into a lunge. Check the boxes off. Okay, can you see your big toe? Check. Yes, I can. My knee is bent. I'm going to track my knee out toward my little toe. That's something else I forgot to mention. That opens up the hips. And stretch the arms out. Warrior 2. Back arm, come up by the ear. forward and extend it back like a bow and arrow. Good job. Take that front arm, bend it halfway in. No, we're not doing that, are we? That was before when we did the Zen pose. Straighten the front leg. That's what I want to do. Reach forward, and let's do triangle. Okay. So I'm gazing upward. My hand is up in the air. I'm holding on just above my ankle. But again, you can put your fingertips down on the floor or just have them inside the inner part of your leg. And back to warrior two. Reverse. I think that people are commenting, and unfortunately I'm so far away from my phone, my camera, that I can't see what you're saying or if you're asking me questions. As soon as I'm done with this, go back to warrior two. As soon as I'm done with this, I will look at the comments, and if you have any questions for me, I'll answer them. All right. And triangle again, straighten the front leg, reach, drop down, look up, gaze upward. And here we go, back to warrior two. And reverse. And warrior two. So I'm going to drop my arms down, straighten my front leg, pivot my foot so the toes are facing forward, and then I'm going to heel toe it in. Heel toe, heel toe, heel toe, and come back to our mountain pose. Just take a moment. Let's inhale and exhale. If you're standing and you want to stay standing, that's fine. I'm going to go back in my chair. Sit tall in my chair. If you want to take your hands, lay them on your legs, and kind of massage down toward the knees and back up. That feels good. You can go to the outside part of your leg. You take both hands to one leg. Just kind of squeeze your muscles a little bit. A little self-massage. It feels good. Other side. Go down to your kneecap gently. Good. Let's take the right ear to the right shoulder and drop the chin to the chest and go to the other side. Drop it down, go back over to the first side. And down and over. And sit tall in your chair. I would ask that when you end your yoga practice, you give yourself another 5 minutes to just relax in place. So if you're in the chair or on a mat, close your eyes, kind of go back to the place that we started at. Inhale deeply, and then exhale through the mouth to cool your body off. Do that several minutes. Just relax. Don't hop up and get ready to go do something. You want to kind of stay with that nice Zen feeling that you got. I have noticed over the last few days, I have felt anxiety when I don't usually have anxiety. My breathing has gotten a lot more shallow. I feel a tightness in my chest, and I know it's because of uncertainty, because I don't really like change. I like variety, but I don't like change that's forced on me. So with that in mind, a practice like this, if you feel that at all, and maybe you don't, but if you feel that at all, just doing some deep breathing, kind of coming back within ourselves, focusing on some self-care, that's going to help you a lot. As I mentioned before,